Good morning. We're here with Ken,
Yes.
and he is a collector of old equipment. And Ken, why don't you tell us what you have here on this machine here? What is this?
This is an old hay press. A hit and miss motor here, 8 horsepower.
8 horsepower hit and miss Alamo, right?
Alamo, right. And it's complete. It's got the wire with it and everything.
Yeah, look at it. It's even got the old baling wire here still.
Yeah.
Right?
And,
Look at the old wires still.
of course, it's got a place for a man to stand here, and this is where you pitch the hay in.
So somebody would stand here out in the field, walk along with this as it's moving, right?
No, it's pretty much stationary.
Oh, this stays still?
Yeah, well, they bring the hay to it.
I see.
Both sides.
And so there'd be a guy on each side?
And we got a clutch here. This is to stop all this machinery. When the bale gets full, you stop the machinery. The motor still keeps running.
Right.
And you tie it and then you let it go out.
So you would bail it up with one of these wires?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
I see. And then it would come out this end.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty neat. And then this would adjust the tightness.
Just the tightness of the bale.
Look at the old wrench you even got. Look at that. I can barely lift the wrench.
I know. Yeah. I'm surprised that's even with it.
That's pretty cool. What year do you think this would be from?
Oh, this is probably about a 1910.
1910, huh?
Yeah, because they call them a hay press. They don't call them a hay baler.
Not a baler. Nowadays it's a baler.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's 8 horsepower Alamo.
With this handle here, when your bale was ready.
Oh, this is from the baler.
Yeah, see that thing down there?
Yeah.
That went back and forth, and that pressed the hay over there. And that,
Oh, this is the actual thing that pressed the hay?
yeah. It went back and forth. And when somehow, this is like a rear end on a truck. You see all the parts over here?
Uh-huh.
Looks just like a differential.
Oh, it does, yeah. Yeah, you got your ring and your pinion.
But yeah. But it's
And
all,
this had a big chain on it.
it's all froze up, so it's probably not any good to anybody, except for yard art. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go see what else you might have around here. Okay, so this one runs good,
Yeah. Yep.
but you need a front tire.
I've had a hard time finding a front tire for it. They don't make a 12-inch tire anymore.
So this one is in pretty good shape, then it runs.
Yeah, this runs good. This starts right up.
Okay.
And this goes to one of my son-in-laws, along with that one down there. We'll look at that one later on.
What year do you figure this one is?
They're about a 1950.
1950.
Yeah.
Okay.
1936 International F12.
This is an
F12.
F12.
Yeah. And the reason why I don't have tires on it is because it's got 40-inch rims, and the tires cost about $1,000 a piece.
Oh boy, that's a lot.
The tractor is not worth that much, so unless I can find somebody with used tires or something, it'll just sit here. But it's complete. It runs good. It starts up. Most of these old tractors we have to pull start, because if you come over here and look at these, this is the same thing. There's an old F12 here.
Okay.
But we put a...
Oh yeah, you put a starter on there.
I had a friend of mine, he built me a starter.
Yeah, I see that.
That really works good.
And you had to
You don't have to crank them anymore. But anyway, these magnetos, they're about 80 or 90 years old, so that's the reason why they're hard to start.
They're not getting a good spark.
You crank them and you can't start them, and that's the same thing back here behind you.
So you can't get a good spark on it, huh?
Yeah, we just pull start them if we want to start them.
You mean you pull it with another tractor?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. And they're about a 1936 to 37.
And this looks like a 4-cylinder?
4-cylinder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. And that one has a front tire.
Yeah, they're complete, except this one back here doesn't have the drawbar. But I had tires for this one. Now this one here has only 38-inch. The 38s you can buy yet.
Oh, you can still find them, huh?
You can't get the 40s are available, but that's
too expensive.
They wanted a fortune for them.
So this was your son's first car?
Yeah. It was about a 1963 Plymouth Valiant with a push-button drive.
Oh yeah, the push-button drive.
Yeah,
well, the body's in good shape.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's got a little rust spots on it, but...
And this is the slant 6?
A slant 6, right. Good motor.
225.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I think they're 225.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's in pretty good shape. A nice 2-door.
Yeah, it's I hate to just junk it, but...
Oh no, don't junk that. Somebody will want that.
Yeah. And of course I got a stationary air compressor here.
Okay, let's go look at that.
I've had it running. And,
That's another 4-cylinder.
the reason why I bought this here, because it has the international motor in it.
Okay.
And I thought maybe I'd use that motor in one of these tractors.
One of the tractors.
But I don't have to, so.
Well, this is pretty neat the way it is. Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Well, it looks like it was a stationary motor for some kind of a pump. Or maybe in a boat, or maybe in a boat or something.
Oh yeah, maybe a marine.
4-cylinder.
Yeah, so this is a 4-cylinder air-cooled.
Had a lot of power.
I wonder how many horsepower that would have been.
Probably 25, 30.
Yeah, I was going to say 30.
Yeah.
Maybe a boat.
Yeah, I've had it running.
A boat or a pump. Well, you did have that running, huh?
Oh, but it's been years ago.
That's a neat piece of equipment.
And here, this is just my favorite here, but I haven't been able to do much with it.
This your favorite?
Well, yeah, it's an old International called the Famous International. It's about a 6 or 7 horsepower. You can see by the flywheel.
Right, it's a good sized flywheel.
Yeah, and it's complete, but I just haven't had it started yet.
So, this was called the Famous. Yeah, there's the International.
Yeah. And it doesn't have a spark plug. It has what's called an igniter.
Igniter, right.
And that thing inside looks like a big spark plug.
Uh-huh.
And this comes along and trips it here at the right time.
Uh-huh.
And the carburetor here.
Uh-huh.
And of course the valves and the head and everything.
So is this how you would time the spark by moving
kind
that?
of, yeah. I've been just fiddling with it, you know, so.
Uh-huh.
It trips this here. It goes
right.
Like, it goes like that. So.
Right. That's an igniter versus a spark plug.
That goes on that piece over there. But this is the cooling tower.
Yeah, this is the cooling for the.
What they call it, the cooling tower.
And the water must have just dribbled down through here.
Yeah, the pump was way back here, so the water run up here and then run down there and it cooled it.
Uh-huh.
And it circulated back.
Right. So, that's pretty neat.
Compression release.
Sure.
And also to put gasoline in it if we want to
prime it?
Yeah. The oiler.
Right.
Those things are worth about $100, believe it or not.
Just the oiler?
Yeah.
Darn thing.
Anyway, here's another motor.
The blue one now we're talking about? Hit and miss?
Hit and miss Fairbanks Morse.
Okay.
And it goes with this piece of mining equipment.
So now this must have been a winch. A lift of some sort, a winch.
Yeah. Yeah, it pulled up cars out of a mine shaft.
Right.
Get together here, but
so this would have been connected right here.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anybody strong enough anymore to start.
Probably not.
So I took it apart, and I did have this running.
So this was mated up right here with this.
Yeah.
And this is a Fairbanks Morse.
Fairbanks.
Okay, so here's the other side of this. Pretty neat. Yeah, this is probably about, what, 6 horsepower?
Yeah, that's what I would say, yeah. It doesn't have a plate on it anymore, so people put those plates up through the wires.
They like those. They're probably a collector's item
but
too.
Anyway, I had all this stuff sold at one time. The guy couldn't get it back east, so.
Where do you remember where you got this piece? Was it in a particular?
It came out of a what's called the Baghdad Chase mine.
Okay.
Out here at Ludlow, which is about 50 miles east here.
So that came from the area.
Yeah.
Did you get it at an auction or something?
No, I bought it outright.
You bought it flat out right from the mine?
Yeah, from the guy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and all the cables are all missing here.
Uh-huh.
But over here is a rope.
This should have been a rope
to stop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, if that thing could tell some stories, that'd be pretty
it's
interesting.
All there, complete. It just needs to be oiled and get running in shape.
Right.
And here we have a Watley.
Now this is a little smaller.
Hit and miss, about a 1.5 horsepower.
Yep, 1.5 horsepower. It says right there.
Yeah.
A Satley.
Satley, yeah. I'm sorry.
Montgomery Ward Satley.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Montgomery Ward.
Yeah.
Everybody built motors those years.
So that's a horse and a half.
Yeah.
And this one has the spark plug, not the not the igniter.
That is the only motor I have with an igniter. That
Okay.
International, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been up to the Champion Spark Plug Mine?
No.
You know where that is?
No.
That's up near north of Laws a little bit.
Really?
They have a big mine where they mined the stuff that made this porcelain.
Really?
Yep, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. This is a Cockshot 30. I don't have the decals on it.
It says on the front though, Cockshot.
Yeah. And it's spoken for. My son wants it.
Okay. And this was made in Canada?
They made, cockshots are made in Canada. The guy his name was Cockshot. He was an Englishman. Came over to Canada and started building machinery. And of course they didn't last long.
The company didn't last long?
Well, probably 15, 20 years.
Uh-huh.
But there were so many tractors on the market then. Right after the war, everybody made tractors. All these tractors were designed after the war.
Right. And this is a Massey over here now.
It's a Massey.
Massey Harris.
Massey Harris. It's a real big tractor. It's probably one of the most powerful ones I've got here.
44. Now this is a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
But a big 4-cylinder.
4-cylinder, yeah. Yeah, a big one, yeah.
What year
I don't know what the drawbar horsepower is on all these tractors. I don't have any idea.
What do you figure the year on this one is?
Oh, about 1950.
1950.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at this. The badge there. Massey Harris. And I see you got the wheels covered up so tires so the sun doesn't wreck them.
Yeah. The brand new tires.
Yeah, you don't want the sun to ruin them.
But I went to Missoula, Montana.
Okay.
To pick up this tractor. I got it for $1.
$1?
Yeah, but it cost $300 to get it. So the gasoline and the motels and everything.
Right.
So.
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, it belonged to my cousin. He just wanted to give it to me. I said, no, I want to pay you $1, so you know I paid you for it.
Oh, I see. So these are nice little tractors. That was a pretty popular.
Yeah, they sold quite well at one time.
And this is the wide front.
Yeah, wide front.
Which is nice if you want to.
Called a standard.
That's the standard.
Yeah. That's a standard there, but that cockshot back there is a row crop.
So when you have the narrow front, that's a row crop,
yeah,
right?
Usually, yeah.
Okay. Okay, what do we have here?
This is a SRAM.
A SRAM.
Built by the SRAM company, and they still make air compressors.
Okay. So this is a little different look to it now. You have 3 cylinders here.
Yeah.
But then you have 3 more cylinders. Right. What are the other 3 cylinders for?
3 cylinders pump the air into the tank.
Okay, so this is half engine and half air compressor.
Right.
And that's what makes this unique.
You bet.
And there's the air tank right there.
Yeah.
So you could drive this right up to your
any place you wanted.
Whatever you needed air.
Yeah, it came out of the Marine base out here.
Oh, okay.
Out here in the east of town. Before they had, a lot of stationary air compressors.
So they would just drive this up and air up whatever they needed.
Yep. This guy runs. Got it running many times.
It runs good, huh? And now is this a diesel also? It is.
No, it's a gas.
Oh, this is gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the only decent one I've got in the yard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Half engine and half air compressor.
There are very few of them in existence anymore.
Okay, so this is a cockshot.
Built in Canada.
Right.
My son wants it too. So.
Is this the same model as the other one we looked at?
No, this is, well, there are 30, but it's a different. The cockshot, everybody sold them that wanted to buy them. You see what it says here, Co-op?
Co-op, yeah.
That was a gas station many years ago.
Oh, okay.
They sold these at the gas stations.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And it runs good.
This one looks like it's in pretty decent shape.
Yeah, it is. I went through the motor, and I put all new stuff in the motor.
Nice.
It runs good.
Now we're getting over to the internationals here.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them.
So these are what? This is a.
These are.
What model?
These are H Internationals.
H.
Yeah, they're.
And that was a popular tractor.
Oh, they built almost 300,000 of these.
Really?
Things. I think it was like 290,000.
So that was pretty
tractors, huh?
That's pretty common.
Oh, unbelievable.
But a good tractor.
And yeah, it's like I always consider them to be the Cadillac of tractors
because I see.
They got the clutch over there and the brakes over here.
Uh-huh.
And it's all handy. Look at the wide axle on this one.
Easy to operate.
They must have ordered it special.
Well, you could fit a dual tire on there.
Yeah, I think that's what it was for, yeah.
Yeah. And that's another H?
Yeah, that's an H. All 3 of these.
All 3 of these are H's. Yep. Okay, now what do we have here?
This is another Minneapolis spoken for. My son-in-law wants it.
Minneapolis Moline.
Yeah.
And what model is this?
They're about a Z.
A Z?
Yeah.
Let me go around the other side where I can get the light on it.
I don't know if there's any lettering on it or not.
Minneapolis Moline, modern machinery.
I left them apart because, like the hood here, because we got to take that all off anyway. They paint them.
I see. And then once again, this is from the 50s.
Yeah.
Brand new tires on there.
Yeah.
Still got the little knobs on there.
Yeah.
And then this one, you said they made these without a removable oil pan.
Oh yeah, they're all like that.
And so that was one of the downfalls of them, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You can't remove your oil pan to work on your bearings.
Yeah. We had one on the farm. It was called a U. And that was a standard model.
Huh?
And my dad had to put a clutch in it, and we had to separate it here.
Oh boy. You grew up in North Dakota?
Yeah, on the farm. Yep.
And here's your other H.
Another H. And they're all 3 good tractors.
Okay.
Yeah. And some of them have magnetos, some are regular ignition.
Okay, we got an old John Deere.
1937.
Oh, that is an old
It's
one.
called an unstyled model because it doesn't have a grill. It never came with a grill from the factory.
Okay.
And that's where they all it runs. But you got to start up by hand.
This is the 2-cylinder now.
Yeah.
And they're horizontal, right?
Yeah. And this is how you start it.
Oh, so you got to spin that flywheel.
Yeah. I've had to start it many times, but
Have
I
you?
can't do it anymore.
And this is a 2-cylinder, just horizontal.
Horizontal.
It almost looks like there's not much of an engine in there, doesn't it?
Well, the piston's about that big.
They're pretty big though. Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they make a kind of a different noise when they run, don't they? A little different pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a vertical engine.
Yeah, a vertical 2-cylinder, which is really unusual.
Because most of them are the horizontal.
Yeah, yeah.
And what year is this one, you think?
When they went from this one here, they went to that one, but it didn't prove practical. There wasn't enough power there.
Oh, it wasn't it?
So, but that one starts and runs good.
So is this a smaller engine than the
Yeah,
one?
yeah. This is what's called an M.
Okay. Right. But this one didn't have as much power as the horizontal.
No.
Not as big as cylinders.
Yeah, this is a smaller tractor, and it's a row crop here. You can set the wheels out. You can set the back wheels out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A little international C.
C.
Some people call them cubs. Mainly for cultivating, small farms. I've got a catalog on each one of these.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, a folder. I mean.
So this was considered the little guy. Oh, and then you were saying before you can see
Yeah.
you can see how it's offset here.
Yeah. They offset the seats so you can see where you're cultivating.
Sure. Yeah, the whole thing is offset, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? You get a better sight line. Okay.
It's called a silver.
Stover engine, and this is a 1.5.
Yeah.
A 1.5 horse.
But it's a hit and miss. So your governor's back here.
This is your governor,
That's what controls your speed.
and when as the centrifugal force
Yeah.
forces it out.
Yeah, and you can adjust that here with.
Right. And then it locks out the exhaust valve.
Right.
Comes over here.
Yep.
And then when it calls for more power, it allows that valve to work,
Yeah.
which will draw in the fuel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we got it running.
You got it figured out.
Yep. And this one has this is a magneto.
That's a Wyco, which is a piece of junk in my opinion.
Oh, it is.
It's not a very good design.
Oh.
Uh,
And you've had this one running.
yeah, I run it all the time.
This is your favorite one.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Too much gas.
It's burning black. There she goes.
Here it is. Listen.
Good job. I hear her running like a champ now.
See that?
Yep.
Cutting out on it.
It's running right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad we got her going.
Just cover some dirt there.
gotta watch the dirt?
Oh, I think there's probably some dirt.
Oh, there was some dirt, maybe, yeah.
There was somewhere, you know.
Right. So that's about right. That's about how it's supposed to run, right?
Well, you can adjust that.
Oh, the governor.
Yeah, by adjusting those springs,
Yeah.
you can adjust the speed. These are international, called LB. A lot of them around. Oh, this is not a hit and miss.
This is just a hit.
Yeah.
It just keeps running.
It's got a governor inside, back in here, and I've had all that apart one time.
Okay. And what horsepower do you think this is? Like 1 or
They're
2?
about 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one doesn't miss.
No,
It just runs.
They just run, yeah.
Okay. And it does this, and it has a governor.
This is your throttle here.
Oh, so now this is another one. So this is this the same thing?
Yeah, they're the same. Both
Oh,
the
oh
same.
yeah, LB. I see it right there, LB.
Yeah. What's it say about horsepower?
1.5.
1.5.
No, 1.5 to 2.5.
Okay.
So you maybe, I don't know.
Depends how fast you run.
I guess so, yeah. And so this is not a hit and miss either. This
No.
is just a hit.
Yep.
It just runs.
Yeah.
And
They're
what
good. They built a lot of these too.
what year do you think this one is?
They're probably all in the late 20s and early 30s.
Okay. Boy, technology has come a long ways, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I've had both these running.
Okay. Now you got her. Too bad.
Something to do with the gas.
There she goes.
Just quit.
Well, thanks, Ken, for the tour of your place here.
Well, you're welcome.
I appreciate you showing us around a little bit.
Thanks for coming over and fixing my electric motor.
Well, we got your electric motor right anyway.